very impressive. And
oh my goodness! Back from the dead, Pryoxis is still your Xbox ESFL champion.
Now I want you guys to pay close attention to the screen that you see in front of you. You hear me talking, right? But you see this person down here not talking or moving. So what does that mean exactly? Well, that means I messed up and I had my mic muted while doing live commentary for this video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and turn on this camera, guys. Here we go. Boom. Here I am, man. Messed up the live commentary. It's all good. Go ahead and do commentary over the video. But I want to play a game, all right? I want you guys to guess which fighter will be featured in this video. And I'm going to give you guys about 10 seconds. Featherweight division fighter. Very good fighter. Take a wild guess in the comment section. Who do I use? Don't cheat. All right? Pause the video right now. Now let's see which fighter it was. Let's see. Here we go. I skip. Did you guess right? Did you guess Josh Emmett, guys? Did you? I know you didn't. If you did, you're lying. And if you didn't and you're telling the truth, good job, brother. Pat on the back. All right. And the first fight here, man, very entertaining fight for me and for my opponent as well. And going against a Brian T-City Ortega. And I was lit during this fight, man. I was so lit during this commentary. I wish you guys would have heard it. And he was piecing. You see the body uppercut he was throwing, but he was moving to the side. He hit me with like 3 of those in a row. It's like, nah, bro, you ain't finna keep hitting me with that. Boom, he clinches me. This was man, I'm gonna tell you guys about Josh Emmett, man. The good things about him, the bad things about him, and the things that you can use to win matches with Josh Emmett exactly. So Josh Emmett is a decorated wrestler. Has very good striking as far as boxing. His kickboxing is not that great. All of his kicks are very low level, but his punches, like his hooks, his lead body hooks, his overhand, all these things are very powerful strikes. But when it comes to the kickboxing, man, it's very lacking, and his wrestling is very good. Top game is good. But where he lacks as far as the ground game is going to have to be the ability to submit your opponent. His submissions are very bad. So you want to use Josh Emmett, and if you take someone to the ground, just look for the position over submission, man. Just look to dominate your opponent with overall positioning, and instead of trying to do damage or even get the submission. Right? Now, here we go, man, with this fight. Also, Josh Emmett has 96 power, if you guys are unaware. Okay? We're going against this Brian Ortega, man. And he was piecing me up in at the beginning of this fight. Look at him. Oh, look at that head movement, though. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Throws a knee. Let's see what I do. Oh, sleeve hook lands. Uppercut. Hook to the body lands. Knee lands. And for some strange reason, he's moving to towards his lead hand. Look at this. He was piecing me up, and I was so lit during the commentary. But he was leaning towards his lead hand with those strikes. Boom. Hit him with that. Jab. But, like, I don't know, man. Josh Emmett is actually pretty good to me. Again, if you go get the Max Holloway with Josh Emmett, you know, you can, boom, knock him down. You go get the Max Holloway with Josh Emmett, you know, you can look to implement that wrestling that he has. And then if you go against someone else that likes to wrestle, you can try to implement some anti-wrestling. But here we go, man. I'm piecing him up a little bit, man. I've dropped him. Boom! Look at that right there. Let's see if I go to the body. Come here. Come here. Nope. Bing! That's funny, man. That's funny. Y'all boys, hey, hit the like button. If y'all haven't yet, hit the like button for that knockout right there. I'm not sure when it's going to switch over to the next fight because I went ahead and edited this to cut, so I'm going to wait for it to transition over to the next fight. But that uppercut right there was clean. That uppercut right there was clean, boy. Okay. There we go. Transition over to the next fight. Boom, Herb Dean. We're going against MMA Troll. He's using the Brian T-City Ortega pick. And I know he loves the submission, so I'm going to be watching out for that. And this is a fight where I say I can use my anti-wrestling for Josh Emmett. Again, I'm using the Josh Emmett pick. Let's go. Touch him up. And if my quality isn't as good as when I usually do these type of videos, man, I'm sorry. Again, this is live commentary, and for some odd reason, when I do the commentary after the fight and I record over, the quality doesn't hit the same, which is quite odd. But all right, he tries to do this guillotine choke, and you want to deny this by holding around right trigger or R2, but I didn't deny it, so he got me into the choke, right? And something I was going over during this fight, man, I thoroughly hate, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to agree with me, the thing called a 50-50 in this game, and there's so many of them. And if you don't know what exactly a 50-50 is, it's essentially a 50-50 chance, a guess, right? The percentage of you doing something and having a success rate is going to be 50 and 50, which makes 100, right? So some things in this game that are essentially a 50-50. When they clinch you and they throw a knee, all right, you guess if they're going to go high with the knee, or you guess if they're going to go low. That's a 50-50, right? Another thing is this position here, right? When you get in this position here, if you wanted to deny where they jump on your back, right? Where they jump on your back and then you usually slam and get in the back sitting, right? You got to hold down right trigger. Now, if you're holding down right trigger and left trigger, you automatically give up this position here, right? Of 50-50. Now, if you're holding down left trigger and right trigger and you try to deny this here where he goes backwards, right? You will automatically give up the back sitting if he tries to jump on your back, because you're not holding down only right trigger or R2. So it's just 50. Everything is just 50-50. Another 50-50 in the game is the what is it called? The ground and pound. So basically, guys, with the ground and pound, it goes straight strikes or hook strikes. No hammer fist, no elbows, which I highly disagree with. And I don't know why these things weren't implemented into the game during development. You know, these are very strong strikes as far as ground and pound. The elbows, the hammer fists, you know, but they didn't implement them into the game, which is extremely weird. All right. But with the ground and pound, guys, basically they can throw a straight strike or they can throw a round strike, which you all would call a hook, essentially. And basically you can't really predict 100%. Like, you can't go off of reaction. Like, okay, I know he's gonna, I see the strike coming this direction, I see a hook coming. If you hold down L1 on PlayStation or left bumper on Xbox, right, and you hold your right stick in a direction, left or right, it will automatically, boom, put your hand up. But you can't do that off of reaction. You can't see that hand come in and react to it. You kind of have to guess, and it's a 50-50. And a lot of times when you get knocked down into the ground and pound finish, you basically have to guess and hope, right? And if they throw straight strikes, right, if they throw straight strikes, jabs, and the crosses on the ground, you can move your head left or right. But here's the thing, if you move your head left and right, you can't block while doing that. So you leave yourself open to getting hit by the hooks, and you take excess damage as well, I believe. So it's just all 50-50. It's all, okay, I hope I get it. Hope I get it. And that's too arcadish. You know, this game, MMA, is too complex for it to be so arcadish styled, you know? Why can't I block and move my head, you know? Like, why not give me the ability to block and move my head and maybe take a little bit more damage through my block and hope I survive instead of having to guess? Because the block, when you go into the ground and pound, it gets smashed. Your blocks get smashed as if, you know, they're breaking the block on the feet. And I thoroughly dislike that. I hate the ground and pound. I'd 100% rather the ground and pound system in EA Sports UFC 3 than EA Sports UFC 4. And I speak on the behalf of the entire community. I have not spoke to one person that says, wow, man, I really like the ground and pound in this game. And that's another 50-50 there, right? So let's go ahead and get into this 50-50. So it's a 50-50, but I have the opportunity to deny this hip toss that he just did, right? Well, headlock hip toss. So basically, he'll put me in this position here. Now, there's two things that he can do. He can put me into the headlock will be the beginning of the guillotine choke, or he can do this here. Now, if I'm holding down left trigger and right trigger on PlayStation, that's L2 and R2, right? And he does that hip toss, I will deny it. But if he does that thing where he tries to put me in that guillotine choke, guess what? I cannot deny it at all. In order to deny that, I need to be holding down R2 or right trigger on Xbox, right? Now, if I'm holding down right trigger only or R2 on PlayStation and he goes for the hip toss, I have to be real quick on hitting my left trigger as well, and that'll put me in the position to that'll put me into the scramble position where I'll scramble up and get back up to the feet. But I just think in something like mixed martial arts that's so diverse, so unique, you can't give this game this many 50-50s, you know? I feel like it's a bit lazy. It's a bit lazy on EA's end to just dumb this game down to 50-50 scenarios when it's so complex. You gotta get more complex with this MMA game, and if EA can't do it, then you have to give it to a company that can, or you have to step up and try to make this game more complex, because right now it's so arcadish type of style with the things that are implemented into the game, and I'm trying not to just completely bag the game, but I'm going to speak my opinion, and I speak for a lot of people. You know, my channel has grown, you know, enormously compared to where it was when I first started EA Sports UFC 4, and I feel like I have a bit of a voice. And does EA listen to my voice? Who knows, you know? But I will say that a lot of people feel the same exact way I feel about a lot of things implemented into this game, and like I said, the things that I was just talking about. It's the 50-50s, man. That's too arcadish. You know, Mortal Kombat has 50-50s. You know, all these other fighting games have 50-50s, but this is mixed martial arts. This is supposed to be an MMA simulator. You can't give me all these 50-50 scenarios. All right? But that's about the end of this rant, man. Just something I had to go over before, you know, as I'm doing these fights, and you'll see in the next fight as well. It's just and I have some things to talk about in the next fight as well, but also something else to talk about in this fight once this guy starts doing it. But you know, we're just playing defensive. On the ground, I wanted to do a lot of anti-wrestling. Just wanted to get back up to the feet because he's Brian Ortega, so he's going to be good on top and bottom. As you see here, he's trying to clinch me. Boom, he goes for the double leg, and then I go with the martial mind reversal. All right, and how you do that right there, guys? I know a lot of people are asking me, how do you do that? How do you do that? Basically, once they shoot that double leg and they cancel it and they go into the over-under position, right? You want to hold down right bumper or R1 on PlayStation and input a front kick with the rear leg, whichever. Remember what stance you're in and input that front kick, and you will do that reversal. Keep in mind, guys, if your fighter does not have the front kick for some reason, it doesn't work. But don't quote me on that because I've seen it done before. It's weird. It's weird. So try both buttons. Try both kick buttons plus the R1 or right bumper on Xbox. Okay, see, I get back here, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get right up off of the ground. And I'm in a very advantageous position, right? But he goes for the single leg, turns it, puts me back in side control. Now, the obvious thing here would be for me to go sprawl because that would put me in a position where I can go up and put him on the cage. So I go with the half guard postured up. I mean, I'm sorry, with the half guard, then he postures up. And I'm just being patient here. Not really looking to rush and let him get into a very strong position. Just playing the patient game. Boom, we deny that. Now we denied that and denied it early. If you to get reversals and stuff like that, you want to deny the transition like very early or have a lot of grapple advantage, which will make their transition go slower, which will result in their transition being denied early. And this is something that I want to talk about here, is his ability to continuously cancel these double legs. And look at this. It's like meh, you know. It's so meh. He's probably going to shoot it again. And it's nothing against MMA Troll because at the end of the day, I can't blame him for using something that the game has implemented, you know, for his style. You know, I have to blame EA for allowing this to be a problem. You know, the clinch attempts. Someone literally walking up like it just doesn't make sense to me. Someone literally walks up and grabs the back of your head, right? Walk up and grab the back of your neck or head, neck, whichever you want to call it, right? Boom. Instantly. And on top of that, that clinch attempt literally armors through everything. They will clinch you through every strike on the game besides a cross, right? Like literally they will it's cancerous. You know, you would think that EA would learn from UFC 2 by implementing something that's essentially free, high risk, low reward, right, into the game. As you see here, I hit him with a 3-piece when he tried to clinch me, and he ate it, and then immediately went into another clinch attempt, and he's trying to clinch me again. Boom, I rock him there. And that's what should happen when someone just tries to walk and clinch you. And I knock him out there. But like I'm saying, guys, man, the being able to grab the back of someone else's neck, right? And you punch them in their face and they armor through it. Like I've hit people with uppercut hooks, combinations, and they armor through it and clinch me and then put me on the ground or clinch me and throw 2 knees type thing. And it's something that needs to be addressed. And I'ma speak on it. Y'all know I'ma speak on it. But we got the win there. We beat another Brian Ortega. And let me get some water because I'm gonna need it for this next fight. Again, if you guys haven't yet, be sure to like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. Don't forget to turn on post notifications, man. Let's get it. All right, guys. So here we go, man. The next fight, Josh Emmett going against someone's calf. And boy, here we go. Another prime example of the boom. He shoots a takedown. And what I want to talk about in this fight particularly is the look at that, just ate like a 3-4 piece, right? And look at my stamina when he shoots a takedown and I try to deny it, and I do deny the turn, my stamina gets drained. And it almost feels like when you deny all these people takedowns that they consistently try to shoot, it's like your stamina gets drained more than theirs, and it's confusing. Because referring back to Twitter, Gaming Echo shot at least like 30 something takedowns and landed about 3-4 on Bulldog. And can you think about someone shooting 30 something takedown and only being able to land 4? They would be extremely gassed, and that's the problem. Like, EA is too forgiving on these guys with the chain wrestling, with the consistent shooting of takedowns. They have to gas. You know, if you have to set these takedowns up, and the problem with the game currently is it's so simplistic. So I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. It's so simple, basically, with how people play the game with shooting takedowns. You can't shoot a takedown after moving your head. You can't shoot a takedown after combinations. It's like you gotta put these things into the game. You have to implement these things, and this is before you even drop the game. These things, like, you have to think about it. How many guys will boom move their head and shoot a takedown? Like, or early on in Khabib's career, what did Khabib like to do? He would wing overhands, right? He would wing overhands, and then guess what he'd do? Boom, shoot for the double legs. Shoot for the single. He would just wing the overhands because you'll usually be by the cage. Go put you against the cage and then work from there. And once Khabib gets you to the cage, it's only a matter of time before he gets you down to the ground. You see here, this guy, boom, tries to go for the headlock. Again, the 50-50s. And it's just like, bruh, and it's annoying to play these type of styles, But again, I don't blame the player. I blame the game. I blame the player only to say that, why are you playing like that? It's a bit corny for me to see you playing like that. And I believe somebody is calling me. I'm just getting a whole bunch of notifications. It's just, I don't know, man. I like to see the game look and feel good. And when you go against people that do certain things that are kind of abusing as far as the game mechanics, it's corny, and it kills the fun out of a game. And it just doesn't make sense, man. A lot of guys feel the way I feel, but some guys may look at me as me taking this video and just ranting, but I messed up the commentary, so I just wanted to speak on these guys' style because I'm Division 20 and I go against this consistently, like I go against guys just consistently trying to abuse game mechanics. And me, myself, I will say something that I like to use is the rear naked choke submission. But I look at it like this, right? So I was streaming last night, and, when it comes to the rear naked chokes, and I said this last night, okay, the rear naked choke is a very strong submission, as it should be, right? It should be a strong submission because it's a rear naked choke in back sitting. But the problem is not the choke, right? The problem is the ability for my opponent to get into that position so easily due to a 50-50. That's the problem when it comes to this game. It's someone's ability to get into that position so easily, right? You need to if your opponent just gives up the back or something, okay, cool. But you need to, if you want to take someone's back, you got to work for it. Like, and it's so easy to get it with, you know, how easy it is to get in type of that position. Or someone grabs the back of your neck, headlock, hip tosses you in the side saddle, locks in an arm triangle from side saddle, and it's over for you, bruh. It's literally like that, man. And I'm trying to drink this water so my voice won't go out, but you guys see here, man. If you guys don't know who I'm playing exactly, someone in the comment section will let you guys know. But someone from T4H, you know, doing a lot of wrestling, and I want to be careful because he has a good top game, very good top game. So I wanted to be patient and try to get back up to the feet and work on the feet and try to get a lucky rock into a knockdown. But see here, he has full grab advantage, goes over in the side control. Just playing patient, man. Like I said, Josh Emmett doesn't have the best bottom game. He has real good wrestling and top game, but his bottom game isn't so sweet, but due to not having really good submissions. So he doesn't give really a submission threat for bottom, and that's a lot. That's a lot. To not have to worry about submissions is something that is honestly huge when it comes to being on top. Another thing I wish EA would completely get rid of is this grapple advantage stuff, man. I was saying this last night in my streams, man, and you know, a lot of guys in chat, and including, I don't want to name drop him the way people be like, oh, you're just saying his name. Marshall Mine, like a lot of people look up to Marshall. A lot of people agree with Marshall. Now they look up to him as being a figure of the community, at me as well. But this whole grapple advantage thing, it has to go. And if it doesn't have to go, if you want to keep the grapple advantage thing, you have to get rid of this negative grapple advantage. And quote me if I'm wrong, right? But negative grapple advantage, right, guys? When your opponent has grapple advantage, your transitions are slower. Instead of theirs being just faster, theirs is faster and your transitions are slower. So essentially, you're at a huge disadvantage, right? And I think that's something that needs to be taken out. Get rid of negative grapple advantage. Okay, this guy has the advantage because he denied your transition to move, but don't give me a disadvantage and give it. It's so strong, and the game turns into a whole. We'll just wait for a transition deny, because once I deny your transition, you're at a disadvantage and I'm at an advantage. It's not like, oh, I'm at an advantage and you're neutral. I'm just at an advantage. It's I'm at an advantage and you're at a disadvantage. So if you try to move again, guess what? And I deny it again. Now I'm at an even bigger advantage. And they just have to get rid of the grapple, making the grapple advantage slower for me. If I get my transition denied, make my transitions the same speed, but maybe make his faster, give him an advantage. But this whole making my transition slower has to go, and that's negative grapple advantage. But if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure someone in here will correct me, and this first person will probably be my boy Zayaf. Zayaf always checking out the content. Shouts out to Zayaf, man. That young man is grinding, man. Puts me in a headlock again. That young man is grinding, man. I give him all respect for his grind. There's a lot of guys out there grinding. I want to give respects to all these guys out, like. And I don't want to be that guy to be like, oh, I'm the reason why everyone's grinding. But I feel like I in my eyes, I feel like my success, has motivated a lot of people into wanting to create content on this game, because they've seen me grow enormously from where I started at when I started playing UFC, just a game period, from going to Twitch to transition over to YouTube. Like, I've grown so much, and let's put this in perspective. When UFC 4 first dropped, right, guys, I had about 5,000 subscribers, and that was in August. Okay, I'm at 22,000 subscribers now, and this is February. So just think about the growth, and I'm still growing. Like, now that I've taken this YouTube thing into, you know, being my full-time hobby, I won't say job, because this isn't a job. I don't feel like playing this game isn't a job. Now that I've taken this YouTube thing into being a full-time hobby, essentially, that I'm getting benefits from, I have more time to invest into it, and I'm growing at a rapid pace. You know, like basically when the game first dropped, I'm gaining at least 100, you know, close to 100, sometimes even 200, or, you know, 150, 120 subscribers a day. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy, you know, and, you know, people see that and they get motivated by that, because I was once sitting at 0 subscribers like anyone else. Martial Mind was once sitting at 0 subscribers. All of us have been sitting at rock bottom with 0, but it takes a grind, man. It takes a real grind and to get where we're at currently. You know, my dreams is getting right now. My dreams is getting 100K. You know, Martial Mind dreams right now is probably getting the big dreams is he wants to get 1 million subscribers. But I'm starting, you know, just starting off. I'm sitting at 22K, so I want to get 100K. And as long as I keep grinding, as long as I keep, you know, putting my effort into this and you know, expanding my channel, I'm going to get there, guys. And that's with, oh, I caught him with a head kick there. And this right here is, I believe, is the end of the fight. Gets with the ground and pound. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Okay. That was it. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I lost his last fight. Whatever. I don't know if you guys paid attention, but I don't really care too much about that fight. Okay. I just want to say this. Okay. I can take off this headset too. I just want to say this, guys, because sometimes you need to give people that motivational speech, man. When it comes to this YouTube thing, man, like, it's a grind, guys, and it can be extremely frustrating when you don't grow, when you don't, you know, you drop a video and you get no views. You stream for 3 hours, and, you know, the only people in your chat is you. You know, it can be extremely discouraging. It can make you feel like, man, I don't want to stream. I'm not gonna get no viewers anyways. Why should I stream? You gotta get that. You gotta get that out of your mental, bro. You gotta get that out of your mental. You gotta get on here and grind, bro. Like, you think PewDiePie, all these big YouTubers started off with just popping like that? No. There's certain things you can do to grow your channel. You know, like I said, it's 3 things. I always say this, and you guys are gonna hear me say this so much. There's 3 big factors, and maybe 4 big factors into growing your channel or growing your streaming, growing content creating, period. You can be entertaining, you can be educational, right? Or you can be great, amazing at what you do. And I'm not even saying just gaming. You can be an amazing cook and people are going to watch you, you know? And the last thing is probably one of the most important things is being consistent, guys. Consistency is key, okay? I promise to you, you want to be consistent. I understand your videos are not getting views, but if you don't drop videos at all, how are you going to get any videos? It can be very frustrating, guys. And I still go through the same thing. My best series, my best videos are these unranked Division 20s. And these videos aren't, you know, they're not hitting like a video where I drop and I say, oh, I'm exposing this guy. Because people feed off of that type of thing. But a lot of guys want to get better at the game. But a lot of guys don't want to watch someone else like me. I break this down. I literally break all of this down into the simplest form. That way you can get better. But a lot of guys don't watch it, and I understand it. It's okay. But I'm going to drop these videos. I'm going to make them, and it's up to you guys to watch them if you want to become a better player or just watch them for the overall entertainment. But whatever. All I'm saying is, guys, if you want to really take this content creating thing to the next level and you want to continue to grow, man, you got to grind, bro. You got to grind. Like, I'm going to say this, and this is no cap. I used to get more sleep. I used to stream longer than I got sleep. Literally, that type of grinding. That's what I was on, and I'm a father. So don't let, you know what I'm saying? Don't let this father, you know what I mean, outgrind you, man. Especially if you ain't got nothing to do. You know, get on the grind, man. All right. And y'all know me, I always show support. Like, if there's something I'm always doing, that's showing support, man. I will show support to anybody's channel I see grinding, and can't nobody say I don't. That's just something that I do out of love for the community, because I love this community. All right. But hey, I ain't finna keep ranting to y'all boys, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you made it this far, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if y'all are new, turn on post notifications, man. You know the dealio. Let's go. No cap. All right, boys, I'm out.